Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Pandemic Coffee Break. I am Jonathan J. Reinhardt from Wargaming Recon, and want to welcome all of you to today's Pandemic Coffee Break. Today's Thursday, May 7th, 2020. I am lucky enough to work from home, and just like when I am at work, I get to take a coffee break, and I'm spending it with you. So today, you're going to notice a few things different. First of all, I have a different mug. This is a Hulk mug that I got here from my wife. Talk about this in a moment with my Earl Grey decaf cream and Splenda. I hope that any of you who are watching live, we are on live on YouTube and Facebook, please leave a comment to let us know that you're here watching live. Say hi, and this way we can know that you're there, and we'll interact with you and do all sorts of cool stuff. Today is a very, very, very special day, and that is because today is my 10th wedding anniversary. I got this mug for my wife for our wedding anniversary, and I'm also getting a new laptop that'll be coming at some point. And there's just all sorts of fun things going on. So we're celebrating it up today and doing a lot of cool things. Behind me, it's not perfect because I didn't play with it as much as I should have today, but yesterday I did. I got my green screen in, so you can see I have it set up right here with the logo for the show, but I can also do some other cool stuff. So let's say, I don't know, I want to be on the bridge of a Star Destroyer. And I can be on the Star Destroyer. Look at that. And there's no green here in my shirt, so I don't know why it thinks there is, but for whatever reason, it thinks that's green. Or maybe I might want to be on at a rebel base. Yeah, look at that. I'm at the rebel base. I'm pretty cool. I gotta tell you, I love this green screen. It came yesterday, and I was so excited about it. I played with it a lot. I'm on the bridge of the Starship Enterprise. It's so cool. Again, not perfect because I didn't play with it. You really need it to be completely nice and flat and everything. And I have some bunching in it, but it is just this is so much fun. So let's go back to the show's logo, and we get that going. Although you could see me, look, I'm in a nebula, or maybe I'm on the beach, right? Pretend we're somewhere fancy, or there's a million of them that you could really do. So it's pretty cool. But I've had a lot of fun with that. Too much fun, maybe, than what I should be having. So today's show, as I mentioned, excuse me, sorry, I was up late. I must have been all those pre-wedding jitters, right? For that. And I was thinking actually about today, and I was like, well, what can I do to make today's Pandemic Coffee Break extra special? Because this is my 10th wedding anniversary. Been doing the show now for, oh geez, what is it, a month? My goodness, it's about a month or so. And I was thinking, well, let's do something where we play with the number 10. And so I was thinking, let's time travel, right? I like to joke that I'm a time lord, and that time means nothing to me. I'm really like to play with that a bit. And so I was like, well, what was I playing 10 years ago? Let's do it now and then, right? And 10 years ago, well, let's talk about now first, okay? Because maybe that's easier. And play along. Think about what you are doing now for gaming, and then what you were doing 10 years back when you gamed, okay? And put stuff in the comments below, and let's do it together, right? So now I play nothing. That's not true. I almost play nothing. But I'm into things like Bolt Action. I'm into Hail Caesar and Black Powder, American Revolution, American Civil War. I like to play games like that. I love playing like board games, 1775. I love that kind of stuff. And I'm really like knee deep into historicals and a little bit into other stuff, whether it's like sci-fi or fantasy or even like naval stuff. I'm a little bit into that. But overall, it's land based. I don't really do a lot of aerial combat kind of stuff. And it's this sort of stuff. 28 mil generally is where I'm gaming. And actually, most of my hobby time, most of my gaming, if you will, is actually spent building MDF kits because I do that for the show and I have a lot of fun doing it. But I don't actually get to game like other than conventions. And going back 10 years ago, so 10 years, right? 2010. Oh, and did I load it up? I should have loaded up. I had some pictures. I should have loaded up. Um, Here. Oh man, no, I didn't load them up. I should have. Uh, I had some pictures I was going to show of me 10 years ago for my wedding. And actually, I could do that. I can show you that. But 10 years ago, what I was doing was I was playing Flames of War. I was playing 40K. Yeah, like even 10 years ago, I got away from it. I got back into playing Warhammer 40K. I was playing Battlefleet Gothic. I was playing some Necromunda. I was playing Axis and Allies War at Sea, the collectible minis game, which I don't play anymore. I was playing some Wings of War, which was another collectible minis game, which was a lot of fun, but aerial combat. So I was doing things like that. What else was I playing 10 years ago? Do any of you remember the Whiz Kids game, Pirates? And it was made out of like that credit card plastic, and there were ships, and you punched them out. And so you'd put the little sails in and stuff, and then there were islands you had to travel around and try to get the goals from the islands and sink ships. Like, so I was playing some of that. And for board games, at that time I was playing Pandemic. I was playing Sid and Duck's Gallery, which is a game that, and actually I was thinking about this game in particular because, and I'm going to show it to you on, actually, I think we have it on site. It appeared in our Christmas holiday. Sorry, I was going to say Christmas. Whoa, take a breath. I'm so excited. On our holiday gift guide for numerous years, because I was such a big fan of it. And actually, so was such a fan of Sid and Duck's Gallery. My buddies and I, we'd play it all the time, even though it's a game for kids, really. But we played it so much that at my bachelor party, one of the places we went to was a place where like we did like laser tag because I really wanted to do laser tag, so we wanted to play laser tag, but they had like arcades and stuff, and so like we won all these little in the arcade, these little stuffed ducks, and they were little plushies of different colors, and so they matched the ducks from Sid and Duck's Gallery. So like we would like have those on the table when we would be playing Sid and Duck's Gallery, and it's just absolutely crazy. And oh, looky here, I have. Let me show this up on the screen. I have like a whole thing that I wrote up for our site about Sid and Duck's Gallery. Yeah, let me pull this up for all of you because this was such a good game. So here's Sid and Duck's Gallery. Oh my god, when did I do this? I did this in 2007. I wrote this 13 years ago. Wow. It's such a good game though. Are you ready for 20 minutes of the most laughs, excitement, and fun shooting a bunch of ducks minus the blood and gore? If so, I needed a comma there. Sid and Duck's Gallery by Playroom Entertainment is for you. Intended for ages 10 plus, but it's real fun for all ages. Yeah, I used to play this at Battleground Games. I love that place. Played it for 2 hours with most of the people in the store. Never dipped below 4 players and maxed out twice at 6. Oh, here you go. Nothing's funnier than ganging up on the purple duck and homage to Tinky Winky of the Teletubbies. Nothing is sweeter than getting revenge on the person who keeps turning your ducks into duck l'orange. Yeah, I love the puns. Nothing is better than hiding your duck under another duck and a bottoms up card. Nothing is more incredible than setting ducks. You pick a color. Here's the map, and you spend actions basically put a target out, basic cards, target a space, and then you try to shoot the ducks that are not yours. And it's just like when you're at an amusement park at a carnival, and the ducks kind of move along. You have to go and get them, and there's special cards that can kind of like move things around or shift your ducks or protect your ducks. And there's actually a fair bit of yeah, there's a fair bit of strategy involved, and I'm curious if you can still get this on Amazon. This was such. I have my copy, but for those of you who don't, you might want to be able to get a copy. Oh, and they get a deluxe one on Amazon. Oh, yeah, let's show you all this. So, should you ever be interested in Sid Duck's gallery here, and really, if you have kids, your kids will love this. Here you go. You get a deluxe version. The game deluxe with new action cards. Oh, and here's something. I'll give PC a chance. That's really funny. So these are some of the cards. Misfire was in it. Hang back, disorderly conduct, and bump right, but resurrection and give peace a chance were not when I played it. And actually, just so you can get it at a decent price, if you so choose. Let's go to the chat and say hello to people. Hello, Rob. Good morning, Barnaby. No, you did not miss it, Dave. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for the congratulation wishes. Yes, so excited for the 10th anniversary, wedding anniversary here. And as you think about what you were playing 10 years ago, yeah, let's take a peek. So Barnaby says that 10 years ago, you would have been playing a lot of I Ain't Been Shot Mom and first edition Sharp Practice. Wow, you love your two fat lardies. It took me a lot longer to come to them, to play any of this stuff. Rob says that you were playing 40K Epic. Oh, I've never played Epic, but I've seen pictures of it. Flames of War when you started tabletop, and then you played Bolt Action, Caesar, and Star Wars Legion now. Caesar, now that's an interesting one. I'm curious about that. Barnaby says Pirates of the Spanish Main was excellent game. It did. Was really a lot of fun. You have a ton of it. I think I got rid of all mine, and I'm really disappointed in myself for that because I'd like to play it again. I have all my Axis and Allies War at Sea, though. I have almost the entire series of it. I dropped off at the very last set that came out, or the last two, and I was like, because I was getting married, and I couldn't spend like $800 on cases of boosters anymore. And you say in the follow-up game, Rocketman Axis of Evil. I didn't even know there was a follow-up game. My goodness, you learn so much. I learn a lot. That is fascinating. So really, just think about how you have progressed in your gaming over a decade, because a decade is a long time. And, I think about how far I've come. And I'm not trying to say that I have matured from playing 40K to stuff now. Taste change is really what it is. Some things I have matured in, so for building MDF, I never would have done it. And even if I had, it would have been so rudimentary. And I'm not saying I'm skilled with it by any stretch of the imagination, but nowadays I am much better than I used to be. So like with anything, the more you do it, the better you get. And it's kind of like doing the podcast. So I've been doing the podcast, We're Giving Recon. Oh, geez. I've lost track. It's like, what is it, 16, 18 years, something ridiculous now. And it's longer than anyone else in existence, really. It's been talking about tabletop war games. And I'm not saying we're great. I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything, but it's just, I've learned so much and done so much better than a decade ago. And I keep thinking a decade ago, 2010 doesn't feel that long ago to me. And so sometimes people will talk about episodes and I'll refer back and we're like, oh yeah, we did this recent episode where we talked about I don't know, Wargaming on the Cheap, for example, episode 84, which doesn't feel long ago to me, and yet it's a lifetime. And so it's really funny to think about stuff like that and to think about games and think about how many games you used to play 10 years ago that aren't even around now. They just don't exist. So, like Flames of War, for example, for me, the edition I played doesn't exist anymore. There's a new edition out. Or even shortly after that, there was the Flames of War Vietnam thing that they were doing. I don't believe that exists anymore. The 40K editions don't exist. It's so long ago. If you play it, it's called Old Hammer. What? Because it's so old, and they made so many changes over at GW to the games, and you have Age of Sigmar, and you have all these other whatevers, and just it's so weird to think about how tastes have changed for people, and this ebb and flow. Like I used to play War Machine. I don't play War Machine anymore. No more Warmer Hordes for me. I loved the aesthetic of the Protectorate of Menoth and their kind of backstory and stuff, and none of that. And like now, I mean, I get two small children, so anytime I have to play, it's small pockets here and there, or make an event of it, like a convention, and go and do and try to do stuff up like that. So it's interesting, I think, to kind of think about these changes. One thing that so itchy, I do want to show you is I have made some headway with that covered bridge inspired by Legends of Sleepy Hollow. It's a review piece we got from Things from the Basement, and I started painting it yesterday. So let's show you. Thankfully, none of it's green, so it'll show. So you can see here, I did that in warm caramel. We got the ground. Nice red for the covered bridge. And then I did the red panels for the side without realizing you're going to be able to see the insides when it's up. So if you look, you can still see, and it's undone wood. So I think I need to paint the inside, probably the warm caramel color. And then I started on the roof. So I got the roof tiles that you can get from Things in the Basement. And let me pull those up for you first so you can see what they look like. Should my computer decide? In the meantime, here we go. We will go and pull that up on the screen for all of you right here. Things in the Basement, inspired by Sleepy Hollow, the movie. Let's scroll down. So here's the shingle strips. They're $3.50, printed out on 140-pound paper, Canson paper. So this is how they are. And there's about 17 strips on there. And so then I started gluing them onto the roof. And so you can see here, I'm trying to stagger it. Whoa, why'd we... like, it went super crazy there for a moment. So I've tried to stagger it and do all that. And I'm going to trim the edges and everything. But also what I'm doing is, like when you do real shingling on a house, I'm layering it. So I'm going and going, and it'll eventually get up here where you get a bigger gap. So it's going to have to glue. It takes a while to go and get this done. And then we'll kind of rough it up a little bit because it's, an old bridge. So it's not going to be perfect. And then I'll spray this all a nice gray and do that for the two roof panels. But it'll end up looking like something like this, to give you an idea. And I think it'll be okay. And then I had to cut it to size. And so I'll put some of the offcuts throughout to kind of make it look a little different and just kind of give it another appearance. I can't say that I'm probably going to get that done today. I mean, I might get some time, but again, it's my wedding anniversary, so probably not going to happen. Now, speaking of, in my case, wedding anniversaries, but really any special occasions, people tend to celebrate them, right? But during the pandemic, it's hard for you to do things like that. And so, what does one do is really the question. And how can you make it work when you can't go anywhere or you can't do anything? And what happens if you want to try to make stuff special? And what are ways that you can do it? So I want to share a resource with you for part of it that I think is really cool, and I think that you will end up liking. So I don't know about you, but I'm not getting to any greeting card stores to buy greeting cards for birthdays or anniversaries or graduations, but that's okay. So you can go to this website, greetingisland.com. These happen to be birthday cards, but there's other ones. And these are all free printable cards. You can make your own e-cards, and you can go and you can pick. Obviously, birthdays are the most popular. Thank you cards. Let's say you want to do a teacher appreciation one for all the stuff that teachers do. You go, you find one. Oh, here you go. This is nice. You're the best. Thank you, teacher. You click on it, and then you customize it. And you can either do it as an e-card or a printable card. But when you go and you customize, it's super easy. It works on any platform because it's web-based. So it shows you what the cover is, and then you can click on edit inside. You can add some text. And you can say, you're the best. You can change colors, depending on what it is. Maybe you want it aligned right or left or center, how big, or even maybe change the font. You do done, you go to the next page. You can put a picture on the back. Or let's say for inside, and not all of them have this, but for layout over here, you could do text on both sides. You could do a picture maybe. You could do a couple pictures, a bunch of them with stuff. And then when you're done, come on, you would do next, and you do print now. And what it does is it prints it out on one sheet of paper, and it tells you to like put a little X on the corner. And depending on your printer, when you feed it back in, and you're going to flip it and so forth, it'll print the inside right on it, and then you can fold it, trim as appropriate, and you get yourself a greeting card to give to someone. Or you can send it online instead of printing. So that way you can email it to someone, and you can say, hey, we're just thinking of you, or happy birthday, happy anniversary, missing you, hope you feel better, whatever. And it's, even if you don't have a special occasion, I think it's just really nice because it's a way that you can let someone know that you're thinking of them if they're going through a hard time, or just because life is weird right now, right? And it's nice to just kind of let people know that you're caring about them. In my case, I use that to create anniversary card for my wife and from the kids to do as well. And so like the kids had a lot of fun, adding special messages inside it. My eldest can write, the baby of course can't, but drawing and doing stuff. And so like it was really cool that they could do that. We're weirdos in that we store a lot of gift wrap stuff. We keep and reuse gift bags. We're big gift bag people. And so like we have like our own store's version of gift bags, and for presents and stuff, that's been really handy. So like I went shopping at home basically, and I was like, oh, what do I want? I like this gift bag, and we have tissue paper, and we tend to buy that at our local dollar store pre-pandemic, and we just stock up on it. We just have it so that way we have it for holidays or whatever. So I was able to kind of do that, and did shopping online and got stuff, and was able to kind of put it together. But for today, like we're trying to be extra mindful of the importance of today to my wife and I, and to us as a family. And so like the kids were really cute. They did this whole impromptu anniversary parade in the house. So there were these balloons my father dropped off last night, anniversary balloons for us with a little present, and social distance, and left it in our porch, and then got it after. And so like the kids saw it today, so like they were carrying balloons down our hallway and playing musical instruments, like kid musical instruments, those classroom ones. And they're going, so they're doing like this little parade, and it was really adorable, a way for them to try to make it special for all of us, and also special for them too. So these small moments are really key, I think, when you're dealing with unusual times as we are. So it's nice to kind of focus on that and to think about how, like, you don't always have to go out to eat or have a big party or anything to make events special, that you can do stuff at home with loved ones. And if you can't be with them physically, like maybe your loved ones don't live with you, to try to do things where maybe you do like a video call with them. And so you can have it there. I know we're Catholic, and for Easter, we didn't, but some other people we know did set up the cameras and stuff, and they did Zoom Easter. So they had it so that everyone signed into Zoom or whatever video conference thing you like. And so they had it while they were eating. And so like everyone's like eating their dinner together and doing all this kind of stuff. And that was just, I don't know, there's ways to do it. And it's really nice that with today's technology, you can make it happen. So it's really cool. Let's see what's going on in the chat. So we have Philip here. Hello. Thank you for the anniversary wishes. And I like that you're sunny. We're sunny here today too, but we're a little chilly. So I'm wearing short sleeves, but I'm actually kind of regretting it. I hate to say, but it is a little chilly here today. And yeah, so that is what's going on today for Thursday, May 7th. I almost said Friday. It's just the days don't matter anymore, I guess. But today's Thursday, May 7th. So that's what we have happening here. And I was originally going to show you guys and ladies today some of the other stuff that came from Things from the Basement, but I'm going to hold off and let you see that tomorrow. And really, I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to all of you for being part of our community here and being so supportive. I hope that you're all doing well and that you're able to find time to do things that you love and you enjoy. I'd like to also take a moment to remind you yet again, because I'm going to keep on harping on this until you've done it. So please comment below to let me know if you've already done this. But please sign up for Let's Roll, the free virtual gaming convention that I'm helping to organize May 16, 2020 from 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've already talked about the games. I've talked about the vendors that are going to be there. I've talked about the merchandise. Once I log in, you can actually see it. You need to create a free account, and then you need to sign up for games. Nothing costs any money unless you shop at the vendor room. So there's just all sorts of cool stuff here. You can get one thing that hasn't been revealed yet are some of the events, and I can briefly tell you what some of them are as we just happen to look at the website, and I'll just keep it up on the game room so you can read some of the game room stuff. Yeah, you can read about Road to Camuto. So I don't have times necessarily for some of these events, but there will be a painting workshop by Dave Schuster from Iron Hammer Studio. Tony Rieger's also going to do a painting terrain tutorial. You'll have a demo game of Trilaterum run by Timothy Colonna. There'll also be a demo game being run by Chris Bennett. We're going to have a game design seminar by Roby Jenkins, which would be really cool. Guy Bowers, editor of War Game Soldiers and Strategy, is going to do a talk show. I believe it's going to be the War Game Soldiers and Strategy podcast, I believe, as well for that. We're going to have David Hill talking about the Yamashiro Mountain Fort. He did a really, really cool one of it where he ran it as a game at some conventions, so that was awesome. Thomas Dessa from Stassi's Heroes is going to be talking about Stassi's Heroes, which is really cool. I know I butchered his name. Jorg Bender's going to do a sneak peek for the Things in the Basement Kickstarter coming up for those farms from Gettysburg over there. I also can tell you that I'm going to be doing some extra events as well. I'm going to be hosting a bunch of these, not all of them, but I'm going to be hosting a bunch. But we're going to be doing a live show of Wargaming Recon, Adrian and I, and we will also have either do like a hobby hangout, or we'll be having like a pandemic coffee break kind of thing going on during the time there. So we'll have that, and there'll be other kind of cool events going on. And then, of course, all these games that you can sign up for. I know someone said Caesar, so you can play Caesar right here. There's in here for 2 different time slots, so you can go ahead and you can do that. So if you haven't signed up for Let's Roll, please sign up. It'll be a lot of fun. We get some great GMs there, some great games, and people just need to start buying tickets. Buy, but they're free. So make sure you go and that you do that because you will enjoy it. And then don't forget, tomorrow, Friday, May 8th, Adrian should be coming on the Pandemic Coffee Break. I just have to remind him, but he said that he would be on. So that should be really excited to have him on, and we'll just hang out and talk about stuff and see how it goes. Well, anyway, thank you everyone for taking the time to be here for today's Pandemic Coffee Break. And if you're not watching live, that's okay. It gets saved onto YouTube and on Facebook. You can see these and see all the past ones that we've done and just get access to that. So otherwise, you know the drill. Do not repeat after me. Do not trust Karen. She lies. She's wrong. Karen on Facebook is wrong. Yes. When it comes to the pandemic or anything in life, listen to the experts. So in the case of the pandemic, listen to the scientists, the doctors, the medical professionals, not Karen on Facebook, because she is wrong. Just do not listen to her no matter what. Otherwise, no matter how busy you are, no matter how much time you're thinking about, what game haven't I played in 10 years? And maybe I should drag out and play. You know that you need to, you have to keep on gaming. Thanks, everyone. Be well.